Hello students, today we will understand the concept of circular motion. So first question in mind is what is the circular motion? Circular motion is nothing but it is the example of two-dimensional motion. What is a two-dimensional motion? When particles position is changing with respect to any two coordinate axis, then such motion is called or particle is said to be what? In two-dimensional motion. Now here you can see that a particle is doing what or moving in a circular path. So this is and its position at after any time t we can define like xy, means position of the particle is changing with respect to y as well as with respect to x. So circular motion is what? Circular motion is nothing but it is the type of or it is what two-dimensional motion. So very simple definition is what? Yeah, two-dimensional motion is what? The position of the particle is changing with respect to any two coordinate axis, then it is said to be two-dimensional motion. And here in circular motion, particle's position is changing with respect to two coordinate axis. Okay. Now, circular motion, in how many ways we can do the circular motion, correct? Or you can say that simply I am going to tell you that types of the circular motion. So we can take a very simple example so we'll understand very clear. Suppose that we have one string like that and we tied a one object here, correct? So in how many ways you can rotate this one, correct? So let's see. It is the plane and we are moving like that. Okay. So its end point makes a circle with respect to this plane. Okay. This is like that. Now, second is what? You're taking this string and you rotate like that. So this framing that circle with respect to this plane vertically means what? There are two types of circular motion. One is what? Horizontal circular motion, and second is what? Vertical circular motion. What is the difference in that? In first one, once you're moving like that, so you are applying one force and it is what? Rotating. It is not required to apply every time force at every point. Okay, means what? You are providing one speed to this particle and it is rotating or doing the circular motion. And here it is what? At every moment you can think it is at every moment, once it is going from down to up, you have to apply some force. It is very little, but you have to apply some force, then it is goes up again, it is moving up and come down. So at every moment speed of the particle is what? Changing, means what? You have to apply the force at every time. So it is called the vertical circular motion. So what is the basic difference? Difference is that in horizontal circular motion, why it is horizontal? Because it is making a circle with respect to horizontally with respect to this plane, making the circle vertically with this plane. Okay. So this is what? So horizontal circular motion, and this is what? Vertical circular motion. In horizontal circular motion, speed of the particle is what? Constant. In vertical circular motion, speed of the particle is what? Varying point to point. So this is nothing but there are two categories. One is called uniform circular motion and second is what? Non-uniform circular motion. So horizontal circular motion is what? It is the example of uniform circular motion, and vertical circular motion is what? Example of non-uniform circular motion. Okay. Now, and one very important thing, suppose that a particle is moving here in this way, okay, and now I want to find the velocity because I'm discussing in terms of speed. Why I'm not discussing in terms of velocity? Because velocity is what? It is the vector quantity and it requires the magnitude and direction both. And here if you want to write the direction of the velocity, so at every point direction of the velocity is what? Changing. If direction of the velocity is not changing, then it never completes this circle and circular motion is not possible. Means what? Direction of the velocity will change in any type of circular motion. It means what? Velocity is varying, correct? But speed constant, if possible, will already we have seen. Okay. So now what? Direction of the velocity is what? Changing in all cases. Magnitude may change or may not change. That's why we are not defining the definition of that circular motion in terms of velocity, correct? So direction of the velocity is changing. Okay. Now in this example, now you think, okay, if this string is not taut, correct? If there is something sliding, though again it cannot complete the circular motion, correct? What is the two important thing? One is what? Direction of the velocity is changing. If it is not changing, then it becomes a translational motion. So at every moment, direction of the velocity will change. Second is what? If suppose that this is the string, So that string should be tight. Means what? One force will be applying here, which will be just like that, directed towards the center. And this force will be directed towards the center, direction of the velocity direction, and it makes 90 degree. What is the meaning of this? Its meaning is that it is the necessary condition for the circular motion. Force and velocity should be perpendicular to each other. If force and velocity is not perpendicular to each other, then particle never or cannot complete the circular motion. So this is the necessary condition for the circular motion. Okay, and this force is what directed towards the center. That's why its name is centripetal force, and it is along the radius. So we can also say the radial force. Okay. So in the next lecture, we'll more discuss about the circular kinetics. Okay. Thank you.